As indicated here in the left-hand columns menu in the JUMP SBP weight data set, we have red histograms next to our categorical nominal variables or dichotomous variables, and we have blue triangles indicating continuous variables for age, height, both of our SBP variables and our weight variables as continuous numeric. You may want to create an ordinal variable. For example, out of smoking history. Let's take both smoking history, do analyze distribution, and press OK. Now we can see here that we have a smoking history that is never ever, and we have a current smoking that is yes and no. Neither of those will give us whether or not people are former smokers. So in the distribution of both of them, we see ever never on smoking history, and we see current smokers yes or no. It turns out if you look at the way these variables align with one another, you can create a 3-level ordinal variable for non-smokers or never smokers, people who are former smokers, and the people who are current smokers. The way to do this, or the way to think about it, is to first go into the tables menu and to summary and put both in the group, so both smoking history and smoking current, and press OK. And you get a summary table here that indicates, one, that you have 33 participants that don't have an answer to either one of those questions. And then you see the group of the 2 by 2. So 2 levels here and 2 levels here. And I can look at ever smoking as yes, so they've smoked before, but they're not a current smoker. These would be former smokers. We have ever yes, so they have smoked and they are a current smoker. There are 51 of those. Those are our current smokers. And then we have our nevers and our nos. There are 100 of those. And then we have this little interesting never why. So they indicate they've never smoked, but they indicate they are a current smoker. And there are 2 of those. And this can happen when you do data collection, depending upon how you ask the questions. And so this particular 2 people here will have to set as missing because we can't adjudicate or determine which of these answers is correct. So to create a new variable to indicate smoking, I want to go into the columns menu and create a new column. And I want to call this smoking status. And it's going to be a character variable. And I'm going to press OK. And so I want to then go into column information. So columns menu, column information, and I want to create a formula. And I want to click Edit Formula. So this is a series of if-then-else statements, but it turns out JUMP has a quicker way, which you saw before in the recode, with something called match. So what I want to do is I want to take the smoking history variable and click on it and put it into my blue box. Now I want to hold the Shift key. So press the Shift key, go into conditional, and select match the entire time holding the Shift key. And you'll see that my 2 options for smoking history of ever, never have come up. This would be the same as if I'd done if smoking history equals ever, then. If smoking history equals never, then. But this is a quicker way with match. So I'll do that again. I'll delete this out. I want to make sure my smoking history is in the blue box. Press and hold the Shift key and select match. Okay, so if their smoking history says ever, then I know they've smoked at some point, and I need to determine if they're currently smoking. So in the then clause, I'm going to repeat what I just did, only with smoking current. Put smoking current into this blue box, press the Shift key, click match. Press and hold Shift, click match. So if they have said that they have smoked at some point, they are an ever smoker, but they're not current, this is our former smoking group. So again, press the beginning quotes and both quotes come up and simply type former. No need to type the second quote. Press enter. If they've ever smoked and they're current smokers, then these are my current smokers. Press the start quote, type current, press enter. So now I have just the nevers. And if they said they were never, I could simply put non-smoker here or never smoker, but I know from doing my table summary that I had those two odd occurrences. So I do need to continue and complete the formula here. Now, I can do the same steps of pressing smoker current, holding the shift key and pressing match, or I can simply select this whole blue box, Control C or Command C, depending upon whether you're on a PC or a Mac, so copy it, select this box and paste. And you'll see it's given me the same set. Now I simply just need to change these answers. To do that, I'm going to select the former box and press delete, and select the current box here and press delete. So they've indicated they have never smoked and their current smoking status is no. These are my never smokers, and press enter. These, however, never and yes, I don't know what to do with them. So I'm simply going to type my quotes and leave it blank. You don't need to put a space, just type the quotes and press enter. Type the quotes and press enter. And now I can just press OK. And you can see here it's populated with my nevers and my currents and my formers. So again, we need to check and make sure this works. Go to the tables menu, go to summary. I want to put my new smoking status here, and below it I want to put my two current variables and press OK. And we can see here that my smoking status is missing for the 33 that hadn't answered either question. My smoking status is missing for the 2 participants that had conflicting answers. And now I have my current smokers. They were ever smokers and they indicated yes to current. I have my former smokers who said they'd smoked in the past, ever, but they're not currently smoking. And then I have my never smokers, my never and my no on current. So this has worked. Click out of this. So now I need to set that this is an ordinal variable. So I'm going to go into columns and column info, and the smoking status is going to come up. Under column properties, I want to do what's called value ordering. This will order the variables. Jump's default is to put variables in alphabetical order. Now, in some cases that may work out for you. It may already be in the order that you want it. In others, it may not. So simply press value order, and we'll see it's coming up actually with the blank. Blank comes before any letter of the alphabet. Current, former, never. So I actually simply want to select the blanks, and I want to move those down to the bottom and press OK. So now you'll see over here on the left, there's a little asterisk. And if I click on that, it's going to bring up the value ordering, and I can see that again, current, former, never. Current, former, never. So this is in order of the most severe current to former in the middle to never on the bottom. You could certainly reverse this if you wanted it to be never, former, current, depending upon your analysis, and we'll see how that works a little bit later in the semester. Press OK, and now I can do a distribution, analyze distribution, on my smoking status and press OK. And you can see that I have 205 responses to this question with 35 missing. That gives me my total of 240, so 35 missing. I have 24.9% current smokers, 26.3% former smokers, and 48.8% never non-smokers. They've never smoked. An ordinal variable indicated on the left here by the asterisk, from a formula indicated on the left here from the plus, from 2 additional variables to get a single smoking status ordinal variable.